seen a big change from when he was here before to now?
Yeah, no question. He has a great appreciation for what he has now, and the opportunity he has. The work ethic's gotten better, the way he carries himself, his focus. I mean, it's all night and day from where it was before, knowing that, he's very lucky to be here.
I'd like to take you back to last season, that victory against Texas. How big of a win was that for you guys?
Yeah, it was big. Not only for our staff to still be in place, but for those seniors to beat them down there, second time in their careers, meant a lot for those guys. And so we're excited to find a way to get that done.
You had a lot of guys step up at the end. Just to kind of talk about those last two interceptions that you were able to get.
Yeah, that was huge. Really turned the game to be able to get those turnovers right there at the end and put us in a position to win it.
Last thing on that one was on that 3rd and 2. Were you expecting a run play on that play with the one that Sam threw the interception, or were you anticipating that?
Yeah, I don't. 3rd and 2 is kind of that middle range, and we've been stopping the run pretty good. So I'm not surprised they threw it and tried to kind of surprise us.
Kliff, how many episodes of Last Chance U did you watch while Dakota was, redeeming himself, so to speak?
Yeah, I just watched the one that he was in, that he was really portrayed in. That was kind of it. Yeah. So I thought, what everybody saw, the public saw, is what we've seen. It's how young man he is, how he treats people, how he handles his business, and so that's all we've ever known of Dakota outside of that one mistake he made.
Now, he said he gave you all the credit in the world for his attire today, including the skull and crossbones pocket square. I mean, where did you? He couldn't tell me where to purchase that, because I was somewhat interested. Where did you get this fashion direction?
It's somewhere in Lubbock. I can't give out the free advertising for him, but somewhere in Lubbock, Texas. But no, he's got a lot of swagger and a lot of fashion sense himself. So he did good with that suit. Lastly,
I did say, which basically you just said, that we all make mistakes, but he said this is a prime example, and he was grateful to you and the community for allowing him back. I mean, what does he mean by allowing him back?
Yeah, I think, in this day and age, in any industry, not just college football, there's not many second chances being given out. But we knew what type of person he was through the recruiting process, through his time there at Texas Tech, and expected him to be a model citizen once again if he got this opportunity. He earned his way back the hard way, and he's taking full advantage of it.
Okay, thanks.
How much has you've kind of alluded to the importance of your beating Texas last year, saying that's why you're still here. How much has your speculation about your job status and your future been a deterrent on the recruiting trail, or has it, or how much does it come up?
Yeah, it definitely has. That's the big thing that gets told, is that they're not going to be there over and over and over, and so you always have to answer that question. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but that's definitely out there.
The fact that you've got however many commitments it was there, a whole bunch in that period, does that give you some? How pleased were you with that, given the cloud that's got hanging over?
I think it's when you get them on canvas and they see it and they're around you and they're in front of you, they get a different feel for it than when you're just talking on the phone and guys are telling them, hey, they're going to get fired, they're going to get fired. But when you go and you see it and you get around it and you see where we're at, I think that's really what kind of assured them that, hey, this is where I want to be, and we believe that they're going to be here.
Coach, the new NCAA transfer policy, I get the feeling that your industry is pretty uneasy about that. Tell me why.
Yeah, I think so. I think we don't want it to be a case of we just continue to recruit these kids throughout their entire careers. I think that would kind of get out of hand. If you go somewhere else, I'm just going to keep recruiting you and waiting for you to be unhappy and then bring you back. We don't see that being beneficial to really the game or the player ultimately.
So coaches you think are going to seize on the relax-through, or
I think so.
You don't trust them not to?
No, I just think that's the way it's going to go, is that there's going to be more continued recruiting, after a person signs, and just checking in and, hey, are you happy, or they didn't get to play this week, or they're not playing this year. I just think it's going to be a trend that starts to happen.
Don't kids get uneasy anyway, regardless of what kind of process they have to follow?
In what way?
Well, I mean, if they're, for whatever reason, if things aren't working out at one school, aren't they, regardless of what protocol they got to go through? Aren't they liable to put the word
Yeah,
out?
I think
that
they're a
it's-
lot more liable when they're talking to other coaches that maybe they built a previous relationship to and feel like they have a great place here or a great home here because this coach is continuing to recruit them and still likes them. Then just all of a sudden, hey, I don't know what's out there.
Some